Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Old Spice Speedway here out in Montana for 20 laps of action in race number 7 of season number 6 of the NSDCA Mountain Dew Custom Series, the Old Spice Fiji 200. A lot of action here today on this road course. We saw some contact here last season and a first-time winner in the MDCS. Will it happen again today? We'll have to see. Riding along with me in commentary is Rose.
Hello, thank you for bringing me up here into this booth and being able to commentate with you at this wonderful facility.
Let's take a look here at some of our competitors here today. Austin Delgado getting the pole. He's had a dismal season so far for non-auto driver, sitting 18th in the point standings, only one top 10. A lot of doubt in the garage area, thinking about that he may not, his time may be numbered, his days may be numbered at Ange Auto because of his lack of performance so far, but a big win today could change some heads.
Bobo Jones starts along at Austin Delgado. Surprisingly, not the strongest driver at North Border Motorsports. That would be his teammate who would be starting behind him. He's also is having a good season. NBM looks to contend really strong here at these road courses.
And they really put out the stops first and second in the practice session, second and third on the starting grid. Real good run for them. Zach Rogers is starting fourth there in the number 9. He's having a good season, had a big points gain last time out at Oxford Plains. So he's up to fourth in the point standings now. So possible underdog championship contender, Zach Rogers up here. Taking a look at row 3, we have William Duncan, a proven road course race winner, fresh off the Dr. Pardash Series win at Watkins Glen, and then the 66, Casey Mears.
Right behind them in the outside line is Matt Sladek, and the number 13 this weekend, I believe, is Alex Bignac. No, it is Francois Chastain. Someone who proved himself to be really strong at road courses at Road America, finishing fourth, if I remember correctly.
It was definitely a top 5. It was a real good run for the rookie. And then here,
In
looking
his
back,
first MDCS start, too.
yes, first start. So real good run for him. Then in number 5, we have Jacob Rose looking possibly to go 2 for 2 at these road courses so far, starting P6. And then Austin Johnson there in the 54, starting 10th. But got a fairly long pace lap here as it is a road course. So let's get these engines fired up at the Old Spice Fiji 200. Let's take it down for your command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Field of 35 will roar to life here on the front straightaway under this bridge. Pretty unique road course here, Rose. What's your thoughts on this track out in Montana?
There is a lot of passing opportunities, and it is a wonderful facility. Expect to see a lot of passing and expect to see a lot of contact, especially from what we saw during the modified race earlier in the week. They are going to use each other up as much as possible throughout these laps.
Turn 1, big passing opportunity. Also here, this turn 3, this banked hairpin corner early on. You can even get onto the flat here, as you might see Austin Delgado do. Yes, he does, trying to scrub some of that dust off on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get through. But let's take a look to the back of the grid real quick. Zachary Racing having a really poor qualifying session between Brad Stover and James Ellison down there. So they're just getting a little bunched up on the pace laps, but we got some championship contenders stuck in the mid-pack as well. That's Daniel Kobza and Anderson Reed stuck back here in the 39 and the 44. Last time we went here in the MDCS, it was Preston Emmons getting the victory, starting mid-pack, trying to turn his dismal season around. So, pace car peels off. Bobo Jones, Austin Delgado, second and first coming down into the final corner. Probably the biggest passing opportunity on this racetrack. And here we go for the start of this one.
This is also the biggest spot where crashes could potentially happen during this race.
Here we go, 42.77. A bump from the back of Vince Freeze gets Delgado going ahead of his teammate. An interesting move, but nevertheless, we're green at Old Spice.
Delgado is appearing to clear Bobo before turn 1, and Delgado is a known road course ringer. He could easily pull away with this equipment that he has.
Real dicey there, 2 and 3 wide as we work past these opening few corners. Bobo Jones trying to bide his time as Vince Freeze trying to make up ground, trying to fend off Zach Rogers, and Casey Mears getting real close. A lot of these guys using all the lines through that turn number 3 as we come through the S's here. Here we go, as Mears have anything for Rogers. Does Freeze have anything for his teammate? We should look to the back. Did we keep it clean? Looks like we have.
Now into the final hairpin. Expect to see a lot of passing, but also a lot of contact as Bobo almost into the back of Austin Delgado, as Delgado will lead lap 1.
Really leaning on that left rear, Bobo Jones did, but as we come through, William Duncan up to 5th over Casey Mears, and right at the front, Bobo Jones hounds the back of the 42. We may see a move here right in the 3. Chastain going wide. He's going to cut back across. You're going to see that a lot through 1 and 2. Some of those guys get wide. They got to really cut in to make that corner for turn 2, and that's where we might see some incidents as well. But so far, keeping it clean here early, that's good to see, and Delgado still trying to control this race over Bobo Jones.
Now, another thing about the track that we didn't mention in the pace laps, but was shown on both the first lap and this second lap, the track is very versatile. You can make any lanes work, as Bobo will show
to the
right
back
there into the
bumper.
back of Delgado.
Dorian for the lead, almost a bump and run, but not too much of a run. It's going to be side by side over the bridge coming into turn 1. Fans on their feet, a lot of fans here, a lot of suites here, so we got a lot of companies able to flex their money and whatnot. But here comes Bobo Jones. Delgado trying to work the top side, going to really pinch Bobo to the outside. But here we go, side by side into 3.
Bobo will clear off a 3, as I believe we are racing back to the caution.
Yes, we are. So we've had an incident of some sort. I'm not sure if it was Mac Johnson. I'm not sure. Is anybody out? No, we haven't had a mechanical failure, so I'm not sure why the caution is out quite yet. But here we go. Vince Freeze, a huge block on Zach Rogers coming into 7. I'm not sure Rogers will be happy about that. And nose to tail throughout the whole top 4. Bobo leading him back.
Yeah, just like what I said in pre-race, North Border Motorsports is going to be strong, still 1st and 3rd 4 laps into this event.
All right, let's take a look here a little bit back through the top 10 before we cut away. Jeffrey Finn guys got up into the top 10. I'm not really sure. Somebody, well, for Finn guy to get up there, somebody must have slipped out. A lot of guys making up time. I'm not really sure. I think if somebody fell out, it would have been in the top 10, but it may have been Mac Johnson. Is anybody out of the race? No? I'm having a moment. All right, let's cut to commercial. We'll get back to you with replay, see what happens to bring us under caution.
Going through the high-speed sweeping S's, Mac Johnson makes a little bit of contact with Alex Fletcher. This gives Ellison a massive run, and as stated during the pre-race, you can't really make a move work here without really some form of contact, as Ellison shows. He gets to the inside and moves Mac and spins him at the exit of the corner, bringing out the first caution of the day.
We said first caution of the day out after Mac Johnson gets turned around here by the 53 of James Ellison. Mac, a good road course driver, probably be able to make up some spots, but definitely not where he wanted to be, backwards in the final corner. Get back to the restart here in the Old Spice Fiji 200 right after these messages.
If you're playing to win, here's a brand new soap for you. Nope, I was wrong. This is a commercial for fruit. Nope, I was right. It's a really weird commercial for soap.
Well, welcome back, folks, to the Old Spice Fiji 200. Under caution, heartbreak for the number 77 of Bobo Jones. A summary of his career just when he's ahead. It's gone up in smoke. Bobo Jones, the leader in the GoPro Pontiac, has let the engine go, and that might be concerning for Vince Freeze as well. You got to think that's his teammate. They've both been some of the dominant cars of the weekend, and now one of them's gone up in smoke.
And it's especially concerning for Freeze, given the fact he is still within a shot for the championship.
Yes, only 35 points behind points leader Jeffrey Finguy. But also want to take a mention here. Let's take a look here at one of the famous, yeah, I'd say he's a famous road course ringer in the NSDCA. Casey Mears in the number 66 User Dodge. A lot of rumors surrounding him, surprisingly, coming in. This might be his final season in the MDCS. Could the driver who's a little bit older than a bunch of these competitors be stepping away, or is he finally making a jump up to a higher series, possibly seeing the opportunity the Sundrop Cup Series has provided to some of these drivers?
Casey Mears is not a driver to be taken lightly, especially at these road courses. And at Iowa, as I believe we are actually going to be going back green, despite the fact Bobo's been blowing up an entire lap.
The NSDCA and their magic teleporting safety team, and just no oil laid down. You just know how that works. But Austin Delgado, your pole sitter, laying back out here. Going to bunch up the field once more for his second time controlling this field down back to green. It'll be lap 6 of 20. A lot of racing left to be seen. Here comes Delgado. Going to get on the gas for the restart. We are back green at Old Spice.
Big jump as it appears Freeze had to check up at corner exit. Going to allow Zach Rogers to get to his inside.
Yep, Rogers is going to get there in that number 9. Freeze really wheeling it through turn 2. He's going to have to give up the spot unless he can really drive it in the high side through turn number 3. Can he get there? Not quite. Duncan trying to work past the 9. He's going to have to be patient, though, it seems, in that 33. Still side by side for second.
Now, I wouldn't recommend battling, especially given the fact Delgado is extremely strong at these road courses. Really, everyone in the top 5 is. As Rogers looks to make a move, that's the second time Freeze has blocked him aggressively on green flag runs.
Freeze might be hanging on. He's not known for his road course strength. I think the caution's out. Yes, it is. We've got cars on pit road. That would be the number 45, Kyle Corbett. Somebody else coming down pit road. The 03 of Mac Johnson again. Not the best camera angles. Is there? Oh, the 02 as well down pit road. So something's happened. Maybe, actually, I believe it's possible here that he gets so bunched up around that final corner. Some of the 02, 03 may have just had a stop-go penalty in the back, but looked like a bunch of damage to the 45. Kyle Corbett can't really get a good angle of it here in the pit lane, but since it's under those
really
rocks,
hard to see. It's really hard to see with the unique pit lane that is covered with the pillars blocking any form of camera angle.
Yep, just probably one of the only big drawbacks of Old Spice is the pit road, not really accessible to the spectators, but because we're out here in the Montana Hills, not too many places to put it. All right, let's see what happened to Kyle Corbett as we work our second caution of the day. Well, this one's interesting, folks. Kyle Corbett here working through the S's, kind of 4A, 4B here, approaching turn 5 in the pit entry, trying to get past John Dilks. Think he senses that something might be wrong with the car, or possibly had a penalty, realizes he has to serve it, hooks it on the brakes, and just misses right into the pit wall. A hard impact for the 45. About 90 miles an hour into it, it registered, but Corbett climbed out all right, a little shaken, but believe he should be all right. He'll go to the infield care center and see what needs to be done for Pikes Peak, but I believe he will be all right.
Looking at the cause of our second caution today, looks like Kyle Corbett looks to make a move on John Dilks and either has something break or needs to serve a penalty and just drills it into the pit wall. He hit the pit wall at about 90 miles an hour. Corbett did climb out of the car, okay, but shaken after a violent impact towards the pit wall here at Old Spice.
Thank you guys for your hard work and dedication.
Hello, son. I think it's time you join the family business.
Dad, come on, I'm...
Going to Old Spice, Fiji, where the cracking of coconuts releases pheromones of masculinity and mojitos.
Dad, I use Old Spice body and face wash. It's ultra smooth. I'm not like you, Dad.
All right, son. I'll let you get back to your pants meeting.
Hello and welcome back to Old Spice for the Old Spice Fiji 200. We are coming back after our second caution of the day following Kyle Corbett's big hit with the pit wall. Austin Delgado is still your race leader, Vince Freeze second, Zach Rogers in third, William Duncan in fourth, and Casey Mears in fifth.
Looking back, Jacob Rose, Jeffrey Finguy, some championship contenders up here, and probably one of the lesser looked at as a championship contender drivers. Patrick Smith sitting there in 10th. He's had a consistently inconsistent season. 2 top 5s, but I believe like two or three DNFs out of all that. So it's been an up and down season for him. But Anderson Reed, points leader, not the points leader. 2 points behind points leader Jeffrey Finguy. Teammate to the points leader Jeffrey Finguy. Not too far back at about 13th. But here we go. Delgado leading them down once again. We're going to see more pit penalties possibly on the corner exit. Just have to wait and see. Delgado gets the jump. We're going to watch the back, and they're going everywhere. So hopefully everyone can make it on the pit road cleanly this time.
Delgado did not get as big of a jump as he did last time. Freeze is still right on the back bumper of the 42 entering turn number 1.
Going to go a bit wide. Zach Rogers going to try and get to the outside, nearly the left rear corner in that number 9, but shuffling through. I think everybody will be all right. Here comes Rogers to the inside of Vince Freeze for second. Give the New England driver P2. But Freeze fighting back on the high side may have spoke just too soon.
That's a wonderful. He's running a little bit wide through there. This is a wonderful thing about the track. You can run anywhere and gain an advantage at any part of the corner. You see battle for 4th, Duncan aggressively blocking Rose.
Rose aggressively sending it in on the top side. Big move there by the number 17, and no caution lights. I think everybody pit all right. And yes, we do have some people coming down. Seems like they're a mystery, though, because of them arches. Oh, Freeze wide again through turn 1. No grip there for the Pontiac.
I feel like Freeze is just trying to compensate with a little bit of a lack of straight line speed. We see here the 2 Kamikaze Motorsports teammates battling for 5th as championship leader Jeffrey Finguy looks to play spoils.
Yes, bunch of Dodges up here. Dodge still the dominant manufacturer here in the MDCS. Working, trying to get past. And Mears, oh, almost to the left rear of Rose. That's a teammate. Look out.
Here's going to be, well, never mind about being a little bit later on the brakes. Looks to just file in line behind his teammate.
Great racing
Or
here.
not. Now down into turn number 1. Duncan's already, oh no, Duncan's 4th. That's right.
Yep, and now here comes Casey Mears, Jacob Rose still side by side. Let's take a look here to the back of the grid. It seems like Alex Fletcher, Jose Perez, Roger Ray, Mac Johnson may have had those penalties. Ellison and Stover down pit road, so insult to injury there for Zachary Racing. I think Jesse Turner may have had something go wrong as well, but shuffling through the mid-pack seems like not too many other people have gained or lost ground as it's real tight again between the 77 and 66. Oh, boy.
Casey Mears just wants to show to his teammate that just because Rose is currently 6th in points does not mean he's just going to give the spot up to.
Austin Delgado driving away at the front as they are still side by side. No, Mears is going to clear by the time they get into the braking zone for turn number 1. Finguy trying to capitalize. Have to be a bit more patient. It's kind of a big train forming behind the 5th place driver.
That, and a good chunk of that, or the head of that train is all Dodges from 5th all the way back to 8th.
That is correct, and we have Patrick Smith trying to possibly get there with Jeffrey Finguy. Can't quite just yet. Some of these tires getting a little bit worn, but shouldn't be too much of a factor. Delgado still pulling away, possibly masterclass drive for this 42 team, but Zach Rogers, another real strong road course driver, could be an old-fashioned TSR Auto battle to the end of this one.
Just something these fans have gotten all too familiar with throughout the 6 seasons that the NSDCA has been around.
It was a good lap for Rogers that time. Gained a bunch of ground. Delgado's still the fastest driver on the track. Oh, actually, 2/10 quicker than anybody else. That's impressive. They're still fighting for 5th.
Teammates are still battling, and this is just going to allow Finguy to send it on Mears into turn 3.
We go Finguy versus Mears, probably one of the battles we didn't quite expect. They were both toward the front at Road America. They both had incidents happen to one another, but now they're fighting it out once again. Do we see anything in the 7? Do we see another aggressive block? Yes, we do. Mears running almost to the white paint, but the 79 keeps it on the track.
Finguy is trying to recover here at road courses following his dominant showing at Road America, cut short after throwing it off track twice in the same lap.
Boy, William Duncan laid on the brakes there. He's really trying to look past this 27 of oh my goodness, the 27 of Vince Freeze, because Zach Rogers is still gaining more time on Austin Delgado now that he's disposed of the 27, setting his sights only on the leader. Doesn't have to even drive defensively, and we might see him catch because there's time coming around. It will be 6 to go.
Rogers definitely has time. If he keeps closing by over 2/10 a lap, he can get there. To 2 to go, or even the white flag.
Quick flyby here. We might not see much moves in the braking zone, but this will show you where everybody else is. Shear throwing a big block on Reed. Reed's going to cross over, get to the inside there on 7. Battle of some drivers with some Pennsylvania influence there. Here we're going to take a look
the
at
back of the field. Roush threw a bit of a big block on
there. Scott Roush.
Dilks.
Oh, it's on Dilks, but Dilks gets the spot. Yamakaze there behind him. Still more of these drivers tailing off at the back of the field, and Delgado actually gained a little bit that lap on Zach Rogers, so it is going to be a tight battle here coming down to these final stages. Can Duncan possibly get past Vince Freeze to put himself on the podium? We'll have to see, but Freeze looking comfortable here now that everyone's tires are all wearing out.
Freeze is also one of the real strong road course ringers. I mean, pretty much everyone inside this top 10 is known for their road course prowess.
Believe so. I think really
Slavic has some damage.
Yes, he does. Probably got into somebody on the braking zone, but probably one of the drivers outside of Vince Freeze that isn't really known for road course capabilities is Patrick Smith, but he proved that this season at Road America, nearly winning the race before getting off into the gravel trap at the carousel at Road America. Now trying to put together a good result, some redemption, racing redemption at his hands for Patrick Smith.
Smith looks to send it to the inside of points leader Jeffrey Finguy. This is also important because Smith is still inside the top 10 in points. I believe he is 9th?
9th, yes.
Either 9th or 10th in points. Going to almost force Finguy off track.
That's real tight there through turn 6. We saw it last year. Preston Evans got on the bumper of a few drivers there through that banking turn 6. Nevertheless, Finguy keeping it clean. Pretty clean race this year, I'd have to say. But Rogers losing more time. This might be Delgado looking in his mirrors and realizing he could turn back the wick up, go back at 100%, and drive away with this one.
Austin Delgado got promoted on Giotto following a pretty strong season in the renumbered 46 car at Kamikaze Motorsport. Delgado really hasn't shown talent that he had in the 46, but getting a race win, even if it's at a road course, his specialty, it's still a race win that you cannot take away from Delgado.
Going to be big because everybody is not sure if Delgado still has time at Anjado or not, and a big win like this today could really help him in the free agency market as Francois Chastain nearly to the back bumper of the 79, deep on the brakes for the rookie. And Francois, is he possibly looking at a promotion to the BGM MDCS team through this silly season?
Francois has been just impressive in all the starts that he has been in the MDCS. Pretty contending for the win at Road America, just passing the championship leader. Chastain could be a strong driver if he gets the equipment next season.
See, but here we go. Jacob Rose has run down the battle for third. This is going to be something to watch through these closing laps. 27, 33, 17. Some of the hottest prospects in the MDCS this season going to be duking it out for a podium.
I believe all 3 of them are free agents, as Rose is going to send it on Duncan into the final corner. 3 laps to go here at Old Spice.
2 to go, actually, as Delgado crosses the line. And look
yeah,
at this.
right.
Look at this. Zach Rogers is closing. He's hunting down the 42. So maybe Rogers was just saving those few laps Delgado gained back to put it on the attack here on these final stages and steal this one away from what has been a big drive out of this 42. Could be an even bigger drive for this driver, the number 9, Zach Rogers.
Now Rogers should be careful into this final braking zone. You don't want to ruin both days and hand a win over to a non-Dodge driver as well.
Jacob Rose has gotten past there for 4th. That might have happened in turn 7. Already forgot, but here we go. Turn 7 this time. Coming to the white flag. Rogers needs to make up ground hard on the brakes. What can he do in his Raise Energy number 9 off the corner? What's going to be the time at the line? Is it going to be closer? More? Oh, just barely gained. White flag is out at Old Spice. What happens?
Both of them have to be putting in hot laps. It's really hard on 20-lap old tires. The grip is falling away. You have to do what you have to do to win this race.
Here we go. A battle for the win at Old Spice. Does Rogers have anything? He's probably going to have to wait till turn 7 this time. He might just be too far back. Has not seemed like a good final lap out of the driver for the 9.
Only way
down.
Rogers is going to get by, he has to drive through Delgado in the final corner.
Gonna have to see. Does Rogers settle for second? He's way too far back. I think a move, anything, driving in, nothing is there. Austin Delgado off the final corner. First career win in the NSDCA. Give it to the driver of the 42.
Jack Rogers comes up just short in second. Vince Freeze with another wonderful performance in third. Jacob Rose fourth, and William Duncan will round out your top 5.
Anderson Reed's lost a ton of time on these final laps, slipping down, I think, around 20th. Possibly for that driver, the 39. Daniel Cobb's having another poor road course showing as well. That's going to hurt them in the standings. But Zach Rogers, 24 points back on Finguy. Not going to take the points lead, but should get up to third, maybe even second. We'll have to see post-race.
As I said in the pre-race, this track will provide some of the most entertaining moments of the entire NSDCA season. It's a wonderful facility, and I really wish that we keep coming back for years and years to come in the future.
I hope so as well. Possibly might have to get that pit wall moved because we obviously saw that big wreck for Kyle Corbett, but standing around talking to his team in the infield as they load up the car, so he'll be all right. It looks like Duncan taking an extra lap for the fans. All right, well, that's going to do it for your NSDCA coverage of race number 7. Race number 8 will be at the oh my God, we just went to Old Spice. Pikes Peak, the Pikes Peak International Raceway, PPIR, out in Fountain, Colorado. I'd like to thank Rose for an excellent co-commentary, and we'll see you next time on the NSDCA.
I'm just waiting for Rogers AI to get fed up and just jump.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm getting my laugh out now, so it's not.
You have a black flag.
What's that? Don't make me laugh.